Inside the pages of Jamaica Magazine today, the Education Ministry's plans to create a world-class childcare sector. And later, details on how the Jamaica Mortgage Bank is increasing access to home ownership. These and so much more valuable information are packaged specifically for you in today's half-hour program. Let's turn the pages.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Friday, May 14, 2021. Persons who are age 50 and older can now register for the COVID-19 vaccine as the Health and Wellness Ministry lowers the minimum age target. Portfolio Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton gave the update during his ministry's virtual press conference last night.
Previous to now, it was 60 and over. Persons wishing to be vaccinated are reminded that they must make an appointment through the ministry's website at www.moh.gov.jm or through the National Vaccination Hotline at 888-1-LOVE or 888-663-5683.
Dr. Tufton says the ministry will also continue to set appointments for other priority groups. These include healthcare workers, members of the Jamaica Defense Force and Jamaica Constabulary Force, as well as staff from the Department of Correctional Services, PICA, and the Jamaica Customs Agency. Members of the public should arrive 15 minutes before their scheduled appointment and take along proof of the appointment confirmation, a valid government-issued ID, or letter from a JP attesting to their age. The ministry's parish health departments are currently contacting persons to arrange for their second dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine. Persons who are due to receive their second dose are being encouraged to call the National Vaccination Hotline. Up to May 12, 146,147 persons have received their first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. Meanwhile, the health minister is urging Jamaicans to remain cautious even as the country continues to make gradual progress in reducing the spread and impact of the COVID-19 pandemic.
We have and are and continue to make progress. The progress is not is gradual, and therefore we have to continue to be cautious. Hospitalization going down, positivity going down, reproductive rate below 1, all suggesting that we're moving in the right direction.
National epidemiologist Dr. Karen Webster-Carr says the number of infections per person, or the reproductive rate, being at 0.8% is a move in the right direction.
We are at decreasing, and we would need about 4 or a little less more weeks to be definitively in the green zone.
Data up to May 12 shows a total of 47,020 confirmed infections since the pandemic began affecting Jamaica in March last year. There have been 834 deaths. The current daily positivity rate is 2.3%, while the 7-day average positivity rate is 11%. Kingston and St. Catherine have had the highest number of cases in the last 2 weeks. Dr. Webster-Carr says the data is showing that Jamaica's COVID-19 preventative measures are yielding results and the curfews are helping to slow the spread. The 9th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference has been postponed to next year. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has released a statement explaining that the conference is being postponed in light of the realities of the global pandemic's impact on all stakeholders. The 2022 staging of the conference will coincide with Jamaica's Diamond Jubilee, the 60th anniversary of independence. As an alternative diaspora engagement for 2021, the ministry is partnering with other state agencies and non-governmental organizations to stage the virtual Jamaica Diaspora Sustainability Symposium. It will be held from June 16 to 17 under the theme Jamaica and the Diaspora, Stronger Together for a Sustainable Future. State Minister of Foreign Affairs Leslie Campbell says that given the protracted nature of the COVID-19 pandemic, along with its health and fiscal challenges, it cannot be business as usual. As such, he says the symposium is being considered as an effective pivot to maintain the connection with the diaspora and strengthen existing partnerships. The symposium will be hosted by the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council and will feature panel discussions on health and wellness, education, and diaspora partnerships for sustainable development. It will be followed by the highly prestigious Governor General's Awards for Excellence, focusing this year on Heroes of the Pandemic. Day 1 activities will conclude with the Prime Minister Ministerial Town Hall. A youth forum will be the sole activity on Day 2, June 17. And finally, all Jamaicans who will be engaging in tree planting activities this Labor Day are being encouraged to contact the Forestry Department. Culture Minister Olivia Grange says individuals can get up to 10 timber and ornamental trees at the Forestry Department's parish offices in St. Thomas, St. Mary, Portland, St. Anne, Manchester, and St. James. She was speaking at a virtual JIS think tank on Wednesday. She has also revealed that the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA, will be providing 200 fruit trees and vegetable seedlings. The minister is imploring other entities to offer support for citizens undertaking Labor Day activities. In light of the ongoing restrictions due to the COVID-19 pandemic, there will be no National Labor Day project this year. Instead, Jamaicans are encouraged to stay home, clean up their surroundings, and plant food or ornamental trees. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
The government of Jamaica is introducing shared corporate services to revolutionize the way it operates. Shared corporate services will utilize the latest technology, leaner processes and service standards to drive efficiency and effectiveness in the public sector. The Transformation Implementation Unit is working to streamline public services in 7 operational areas: human resource management, information and communication technology, asset management, procurement, finance and accounts, public relations and communication, as well as internal audit. Shared corporate services is a tried and proven way of improving the delivery of public services. The government of Jamaica is transforming to serve its citizens better. We're building a better public sector for all. Brought to you by the Transformation Implementation Unit.
The Ministry of Education is on a long-term mission to transform the childcare sector and meet the growing needs of children, especially those in care facilities. We're talking about access to training opportunities for staff and wards of the state, improved infrastructure, and the provision of more programs and initiatives to safeguard the most vulnerable among us. Learn more next.
According to the late civil rights activist Nelson Mandela, all children are our greatest treasure. They are our future. Those who abuse them tear at the fabric of our society and weaken our nation. Our Ministry of Education, Youth and Information knows this all too well. It's why an arm of the ministry, the Child Protection and Family Services Agency, along with other children's rights groups, are working to create a world-class childcare sector.
Fundamentally, it is our duty to protect the rights of all children in Jamaica. But more importantly, children in our custody, we have a higher duty to them.
One of the actions being undertaken to safeguard children in state care is the decision to audit all private and government-owned children's homes and places of safety.
We're going through the process of having the auditors go into the homes to look at how they're managing their finances, how they're taking care of their children in terms of nutrition, in terms of education, in terms of the environment the children live in terms of the human resource requirements of these homes.
The facilities in state homes will also be upgraded.
We have commissioned several internal and external safety reviews and audits to assess the current facilities, including any safety or security concerns. And are making recommendations to central government to make improvements.
In addition to delivering fire safety training to staff and wards in children's homes, $40 million has been earmarked to upgrade fire safety equipment over a 3-year period. The work has been completed at 15 homes, while another 15 are being undertaken.
We're also exploring the concept of installing solar energy solutions in some of our homes. This concept paper is being prepared by the CPFSA and being disseminated to the public to see what interest they are in providing the solutions.
Another safety measure by government is the implementation of a program dubbed From Crib to Loving Arms, which will ensure that no child under 3 years of age ends up in state care.
A child 0 to 3 requires a significant amount of attention and care and love. And based on all the studies that have been done globally, a child care facility is not the best place for a baby. We believe that the capacity exists within the foster care system, within the system where persons who are prospective adopters, to place that child in the arms of a loving family.
The project is far advanced.
The plan has already been drafted, and it is now on its way through the system to go to cabinet to ensure that we have the support of the executive of the country.
150 additional social workers are to be employed by the Child Protection and Family Services Agency, CPFSA, to meet the growing needs of the sector. A partnership has also been formed with the Heart NSTA to provide training and certification for staff members working in residential care homes. In a landmark move, a cabinet submission has also been done to amend Section 24 of the Child Care and Protection Act to remove the discretion of judges to place children in penal institutions via correctional orders without charge. Instead, the appropriate psychosocial intervention will be utilized to reform these children rather than placing them in a facility with hardened criminals.
Not every child who goes before the courts is a criminal. Some of them are runaways, which is not a crime. Some of them are truants from school, which is not a crime. Some of them are engaging in certain physical behaviors with other children, which is not a crime, depending on the circumstances. CPFSA has a first responder program, which is a rapid intervention program that attends to the psychosocial needs of children who are either directly impacted or witness to a major event such as accidents.
The first responder program is manned by the Mobile Mental Health Unit of the CPFSA, which comprises 2 social workers and 4 clinical psychologists. The team services more than 1,500 wards of state within residential childcare facilities. Additionally, a plan of action is being crafted to deal with children who are working on the streets. And the Maxfield Park Children's Home in Kingston is slated to be transformed into a model child care facility.
Jamaicans would be aware that the Maxfield Park Children's Home is one of the more challenged homes because it has some of the more challenged children. Along with building a therapeutic center there, it is the medium-term objective to build a center of excellence at that home, which will be defined as the best childcare facility in Jamaica.
A mass quarantine facility has also been modified at the former Windsor Place of Safety in St. Anne.
We have been working really hard to improve the system. Myself, the CPFSA, persons from civil society, the police. But we cannot do it alone. Unless we have the cooperation of every single member of Jamaican society, we will not be successful in protecting our children. 1-888-PROTECT. Call us, let us know if you see anything, if you hear anything, if you know anything. Protecting our children is our duty.
abuse us. Spend quality time with us. That's a plus. We are the future.
Children need our love and protection.
A message from the National Child Month Committee.
As you learned earlier, the Ministry of Education and its partners are improving the living conditions of our most vulnerable children in state care so that they can enjoy a better and more comfortable life. Similarly, the Jamaica Mortgage Bank has pledged to provide a safe roof for more Jamaicans across the island. Here's more.
Shelter, one of humans' most basic needs. While many persons have access to housing, only a few have accomplished the goal of home ownership. That's why government through the Jamaica Mortgage Bank is ensuring that even more Jamaicans can lay claim to a piece of the rock. As the name suggests, the Jamaica Mortgage Bank provides interim financing for developers to build affordable houses. Established in June 1971 as a private liability company, the bank was converted in 1973 to a statutory corporation. During the 1980s and early 90s, the bank partnered with what is now known as the Housing Agency of Jamaica to fund housing solutions across the island. Today, the Jamaica Mortgage Bank is a self-financing entity with the sole purpose of funding safe and affordable housing solutions for Jamaicans.
The Jamaica Mortgage Bank has financed over 150 projects over its 50 years. More recently though, in the last 5 years, we have accelerated our mandate and we are now providing more financing than before in the last 5 years. In fact, over the last 5 years, we have assessed about 58 projects across the length and breadth of Jamaica, valuing about $26 billion.
The bank offers 3 distinct services: financing for the primary market, financing for the secondary market, and managing the Government of Jamaica's Mortgage Indemnity Insurance Plan. The core of the mortgage bank's work is in the primary market, where it provides developers with financing to build houses.
You cannot go anywhere in Jamaica and not see housing development going on. And that's only because there's such a huge gap between the number of starts compared to the demand. And in addition to that, we know that it's a low-hanging fruit in terms of investments for developers. They enjoy a very healthy return on equity and return on investment. So what we're seeing is that development in terms of returns compete with only the stock market.
In the secondary market, the bank offers a pool of funds to financial institutions who then on-lend to potential homeowners at an affordable rate. And through the Mortgage Indemnity Insurance Plan, the bank provides an entry point for developers to get into the housing market.
We insure the risk that mortgage lenders do not want to take in terms of the percentage of loan to an individual. Once that is insured, then the potential purchaser of a house has a lower down payment, and so they can get into housing much quicker. We think that's a very innovative plan for Jamaica, and we have seen a significant increase in the number of financial institutions that is using that tool to get individuals into houses much faster.
A developer seeking financing for their project may call the Jamaica Mortgage Bank or visit its website to ascertain the requirements for a loan.
We have a checklist of about 27 items. It sounds a lot, but it's not that onerous. It is information that you would have to provide to any financial institution in which you want to access a loan. But some of the primary things that we look at is a drawing. We look at the approvals from the municipal corporations. We look at approvals from NEPA if it is required. We look at approvals from the fire, water if required. We also look at the costs. We look at the marketing because that is critical.
A financial feasibility project document is generated, which is run through the Jamaica Mortgage Bank's credit model. From there, a rating and pricing is attached to the project. Securitization and mobilization are the next steps once an agreement is reached between the developer and the bank.
Most developers will tell you that we act, behave like a private sector company. Our process is extremely efficient. In fact, from the time of submitting the documentation that are required to the time of approval, once a project is deemed to be feasible, could take 1 month.
The first word I have to say is really awesome. We first approached the mortgage bank in, I think it was November of 2019, and immediately we were introduced to their technical staff that brought us right through the process. And I want to emphasize on the technical staff, because without them we probably wouldn't have been where we're at right now. They really guide us throughout the process, and I can tell you by February of 2020 we had a provisional approval.
The Jamaica Mortgage Bank has been very interactive and cooperative, and we have been partners for the last over a decade.
We are seeing the ordinary person getting into housing development. We have seen an increase in women in development. We have seen pastors, we have seen people who have had other careers getting into housing development. And I think all of that combined is contributing to the increase in volume that we're seeing in terms of housing.
It's pragmatic advice based on profitability for the project and tweaking the design that the consumer can accept and appreciate it. And if they tell you something, that is how it goes. You understand? They're very factual and straightforward. And that's what you need. And reliable. Reliability is what you need in this industry.
Each project is looked on an individual basis and priced accordingly. But we are extremely competitive in terms of our interest rates. We also have a discounted rate based on whether or not that project is considered a green project, whether there's water harvesting, whether or not there might be solar panels.
Persons wishing to access the bank's mortgage indemnity insurance plan will have to go through their mortgage lending institution. Here's how it works. A potential homeowner is seeking a $10 million loan. The mortgage institution is only willing to lend 90% of the loan, leaving the 10% or $1 million for the mortgagee. If the potential homeowner is unable to come up with a down payment, the Jamaica Mortgage Bank steps in, providing insurance for the remaining loan amount. That way, should the mortgagee default on the loan, the mortgage bank will reimburse the lending institution the 10%. So, if you're looking to finance your housing development,
the mortgage bank is here to assist, to help you, to hold your hands, and to help you accomplish your objective.
I'm sure my neighbors hear the screams and cries.
I'm sure by now they've seen the bruises through my oversized glasses.
Can they tell I'm depressed when we speak?
Are they counting my frequent days off from work?
Domestic violence is any pattern of behavior used by an individual to maintain control or power over another. Domestic violence is not just physical, it can also be verbal. If you're in a relationship where you are being abused or know of anyone, get out and speak up. Report domestic violence by calling 119 or the nearest police station. Get out before someone puts you out.
Home ownership is an important feat, but so is taking care of our homes and living spaces. Here's how Labor Day 2021 is set to keep us safe and promote improved outdoor spaces around our homes.
Every year, Labor Day offers an opportunity for Jamaicans to harness the spirit of volunteerism and work to improve the island's physical environment. While that has been both a public and private endeavor in the past, this year it changes. For Labor Day 2021, the streets will be empty and public places unoccupied. Instead, Jamaicans across the island are called to abide by the COVID restrictions under the Disaster Risk Management Act and Labor at Home.
The Prime Minister has already announced that the curfew, which commences at 2 p.m. on Sunday, May 23, will continue until Tuesday, May 25, as there will be an all-day lockdown on Labor Day, Monday, May 24. This means that in keeping with the theme, the public will be asked to stay home and clean up your space.
Come May 24, there will be no National Labor Day project. Jamaicans have two tasks at hand instead. One, they must rid their homes and surroundings of conditions or elements that encourage mosquito breeding. And two, start or restart a backyard garden.
In keeping with that objective, I've reached out to the Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries and the Minister of Housing, Urban Renewal, Environment and Climate Change to provide support for our citizens for their Labor Day projects and to raise public awareness about their initiatives.
The Agriculture Ministry, through RADA, recently renewed its backyard garden program. Through it, persons can get access to vegetable and herb seedlings, fertilizer, and other gardening resources to plant up their outdoor spaces. Labor Day is, of course, the culmination of Workers' Week. As customary, the invaluable contribution of the workers of Jamaica will be recognized during this period. This year, Workers' Week will be celebrated from Sunday, May 16 to Monday, May 24. Labor Day is being observed on the Monday in keeping with the provisions of the Holidays Act since May 23rd falls on a Sunday.
So the theme for Workers' Week and National Labor Day is promoting a clean and healthy environment. And the slogan for National Labor Day 2021 is, stay home, stay safe. This Labor Day, clean up your space.
A host of activities are being proposed for the week. On Sunday, May 16, a supplement will be placed in the print media about Workers' Week. On Tuesday, May 18, there will be a ceremonial wreath laying at the Aggie Bernard Monument in downtown Kingston. On Wednesday, May 19, the Ministry of Labor and Social Security will host an industrial relations webinar entitled Labor Talks. On Sunday, May 23, there will be a virtual National Labor Day and Workers' Week church service hosted by the Mandeville Church of God, as well as national observance in churches across the island virtually. The week will culminate on Monday, May 24, with a floral tribute in which wreaths will be laid at the monument of the Right Excellent Sam Sharp, both at the National Heroes Park and in Sam Sharp Square. While those are underway, it is hoped that Jamaicans will take time to labor at home, getting rid of mosquito breeding conditions and planting food or ornamental plants in their outdoor spaces.
I remind all Jamaicans that this Labor Day, stay home, stay safe, and clean up your space.
And that's all we have for you on today's pages. Thanks for browsing. To unfold today's magazine again, all you have to do is head over to our website, jis.gov.jm. In addition to today's program, a host of news stories, features, and videos are waiting for you there. Don't forget that you're able to get more information from us when you follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm Audrey. Take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.